Join me as I take on the challenge of revolutionizing baby feeding with some super simple tips that could change everything. In this video, you'll discover simple yet effective tips to revolutionize the way you approach baby feeding. Feeding time can be a daunting task for many parents. It's not uncommon to experience anxiety when thinking about mealtime, wondering if your little one will throw a tantrum or refuse to eat. Many parents face challenges such as fussiness during feedings, nutritional concerns, and time management. It's exhausting trying to figure out what works best for your baby, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of conflicting advice out there. From worrying about allergies to dealing with spit up, it's a miracle any of us manage to get through those early days. And let's not forget about the pressure to ensure our babies are getting the nutrients they need to thrive. It's no wonder feeding time can be a source of stress and anxiety for so many parents. Despite the chaos, many of us struggle to find a rhythm that works for our families. We try different techniques, read up on the latest research, and seek advice from friends and family, but it can be tough to find what works best for our unique situations. And all the while, we're trying to navigate our own emotions and needs, making it even more challenging to find a sense of peace during mealtime. As you navigate these challenges, it's easy to feel like you're alone in this struggle. But the truth is, you're not. Many parents have been where you are, and have come out the other side with valuable insights and practical advice to share. We'll dive into practical strategies like establishing a feeding schedule, introducing new foods gradually, and creating a calm feeding environment. These might seem like simple tweaks, but they can make a world of difference in your feeding routine. By implementing these tips, you can start to break free from the stress and anxiety that often comes with mealtime. One of the most important things to remember is that every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. That's why it's essential to tune in to your little one's unique needs and cues. By doing so, you can start to build trust and establish a stronger bond during feeding time. As you start to make these small changes, you might be surprised at how much of an impact they can have. You might notice that your baby becomes more relaxed, or that mealtime becomes a more enjoyable experience for both of you. The key is to be patient and flexible, and to remember that it's okay to try new things and make mistakes along the way. The turning point comes when you realize that small adjustments can lead to a more enjoyable feeding experience for both you and your baby. It's amazing how something as simple as changing the lighting in the room or using a certain type of bottle can make all the difference. As you start to find what works for you and your baby, you'll begin to feel more confident and in control. You'll realize that feeding time doesn't have to be a source of stress, but rather an opportunity to connect with your little one and watch them thrive. You might find that you're able to relax and enjoy the experience more, rather than feeling like you're constantly on edge. And as you look back on the journey you've been on, you'll see just how far you've come, and how much you've grown as a parent. To wrap up, remember that patience and consistency are key. Implementing these tips can significantly improve your feeding routine. Don't be too hard on yourself if it takes time to figure things out, just keep at it, and you'll get there eventually. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to comment below with your experiences and subscribe for more parenting advice.